Good morning everyone, and welcome back to the Runpreneur blog, where we discuss all things entrepreneurship and running. It is a lovely morning today. It's about 2 degrees, but the sun is out and it's not too breezy, so again, decent running conditions. And it's Saturday summary today, where I discuss my weekly update on the journey of a serial entrepreneur. So as always, if you like this episode, please give it a like and a subscribe, and let's get started. So, the weekly update. Has it been a good or bad week? I think it's been an okay week. I don't think it's been particularly amazing, but I don't think it's been particularly bad. So, as always, I'll go through each business in order. I'll give you the highs and lows of each, where we're up to, and hopefully find this useful and interesting. So, I'm just going past some people first before I kick this off. So just bear with me just 1 second. Morning.
Morning.
So, this week we'll start with Property Empire Investments, which is my deal sourcing business. Been a fairly solid week. One sale, 5k in, several deals sourced, which is multiple offers accepted. Everything seems to be working pretty well in that business at the moment. And like I say, we set a minimum target of 1 sale a week with a stretch of 2, which is doing quite nicely before we start dropping in new sourcing strategies into the mix, where will be when we start to scale that business up. So that's pretty good. I suppose the downsides are is that it's taken so long working on the project management side of things. It's a really complex part of the business is project managing refurbishments, and the systemization side of it is really challenging. So it's taken a bit longer than I would like, but we're underway, so it will get there over the next couple of weeks with a bit of luck. So moving on to the next company, which is Property Empire Builder, which is where we host our education-based courses and the 2 Squared Academy. We're currently on rebuild cycle 2. We've dropped down to just under 100 active subscriptions now, so which you think is concerning, seeing we're up at 175 at one point, but bear in mind you're always going to hit drop off in the first few months as people start dropping off, but we are still topping it up kind of just shy of 1 a day, which again is really, really good. Our marketing activity is working really well, and as we're improving the program, this is so muddy, didn't realise it's such a muddy route, so just bear with me a second. I'll try and get around some of this ridiculous mud, but so yeah, so it's fairly positive. I've talked about conversion rates from the funnel. We're converting at 30% on the sales page still, which is amazing. The only downside is our opt-in page is converting at, I think, 7% higher, which is a little bit disappointing. We should be up at around the 20% bracket. So we've just started a split test this week for a new opt-in page. So hopefully we'll see a gradual improvement, and that will ultimately have a knock-on effect to the profitability of the funnel, which is super cool. So just bear with me a second. How you doing? People giving me weird looks when I'm vlogging whilst doing this. But so that's cool. Next business is the property business. Pretty standard. Done a lot of work on the financials this month by tidying up the accounting side of things, planning cash flow forecasts, etc., to ensure the stability in the future of the business, which is looking pretty strong. So that's been a really worthwhile exercise. Some new financial accounts and things set up to control maintenance spend and budgets, etc. So it's all cool stuff, and had a really good session with my finance director, Richard Duffy, who's been game changing for me in my business. Gives me a really clear and frank opinion of where we are, what we need to do better, and some of the ideas we're now implementing are really starting to pay dividends. And the big one will be controlling the guys on the ground spend on not reducing our maintenance spend at all, but just budgeting more effectively in order to get some of the bigger projects done, which is always the challenge. So we've kind of separated that out from the business now and created separate accounts for the field-based guys to be able to use, so that they can control their spend and take more accountability of it, which is really important. So yeah, it's been lots of progress on that front from a setup and financial perspective. Oh, really, really muddy. Bear in mind, I should go past the person. We all know I hate mud, so this isn't ideal for me to run in, but there you go. Other than that, it's been fairly stable. No real change in terms of the profitability of the business, which is fairly standard. It's been so consistent for so long. The block of flats refinance is so close. I think we got to Friday and I was told that the lender had released the funds for the refinance, but it didn't quite make it from the lender solicitor to my solicitor to complete. So we're hopeful that'll go through Monday. Again, not counting my chickens, nothing surprises me with this debacle of a transaction, but by all accounts we are very close if everything I've been told is true. So fingers crossed next week I'll get that over the line, which is huge because we already have a 10-year government-backed guaranteed lease signed on it, which brings us $4,000 in a month on that building. So really, really cool. The profit on that is about, I don't know, two and a half a month, which is, you could get a little bit more, but the fact it's guaranteed for 10 years with no deductions is amazing. So again, that's really cool. So fingers crossed we kind of get that over the line. We then move on to the social media agency, right? So we were going to launch a content repurposing agency. We're now looking at switching that round and launching an academy of teaching people how to do it rather than doing it for them. I just think that it's such a heavy reliance on labour resource and the service-based business. It's going to be really difficult to scale initially. So we'll launch with an academy over a kind of 6 or 12 month period of how people can do this themselves, and then the upsell will be into the agency when we're ready. So excited about that change. Pretty dramatic change, but the more I think about it, the more I feel better about it. And it's often a case of trusting your gut, and I definitely trust my gut more so on this basis. So fingers crossed. Really stony kind of path here. Trying to work out whether I go that way or whether I go this way. I'm going to go straight on, I think. So I've not run this route before, so it's new to me. But anyway, so that's a massive pivot when we're so close to launching. But I am adamant that it's the right move for us. And there's also been some massive changes on the Runpreneur blog as well, and I'm going to be changing it up massively over the next couple of weeks. It's a huge announcement. I've talked about it a little bit in the previous episodes, but ultimately I'm going to be on a mission on the vlog now to raise £1 million for children's charity, by basically challenging myself to run the distance of around the world, which is 40,075 kilometres in consecutive days, doing a minimum of at least 5k a day. Okay, so it's put in perspective, it's going to take about 15, just under 15 and a half years if I run at a 50 kilometre week average, which is about where I am at the moment. So a massive goal. I'll be doing it barefoot style as well. I'll also be vlogging whilst I do it. So not only is it a journey of running, it's a journey of vlogging and sharing experiences, and it'll all be in the aid of raising much needed funds for charity, children's charities, which I'm super passionate about. I'm on 17 and a bit grand as a total, and I've recalculated, taking out what other people have raised as part of teams, etc. So I'm still on a pretty decent number, but it's a long way away from 1 million. It's about 1.7%, so long way to go. But I'm fairly sure over 15 years, if we do this right, and we do it right and get enough promotion, then I think that we can make a real difference here, and we can really hit those targets, which would be amazing. So I'm about to run on a new bit of road, which is pretty new to me, but it's a running path, so hopefully I'm allowed to run on it. So yeah, I'm really excited about the challenge. Scary. It's like something like 8,500 consecutive days of running, something like 5,600 and something consecutive days, I think. And it's about just over 800 weeks of consecutive days worth of running. So I'll be trying to get lots of world records, doing lots of crazy races. I'll try and do the 6 majors in that period of time as well, and also some of the coolest and craziest races out there to vlog and really get the message out about the importance of some of the charities which are yet to be shortlisted, but I'll probably look to raise money for about 10, so 100 grand each is a significant amount which can hopefully make a massive difference to each and every one of those charities. But the ultimate goal is £1 million for causes which help children. So building together a promo team, putting together a promotional campaign and plan as we get ready to launch this in the next couple of weeks. But I feel I've finally found my true passion in life, and I've kids myself, and it pains me to think that so many kids out there, you know, born into unfortunate or vulnerable or underprivileged situations that's through no fault or choice of their own, and anything we can do to make their lives that little bit better is a hugely worthwhile cause in my eyes, especially having 3 kids myself and understanding how vulnerable they can be. So big news there. That's the true passion and purpose in my life now that I feel really excited about embarking on this journey. It's an epic one, but my word, is it going to be interesting and exciting to see what happens. Other than that, Property Empire Construction Maintenance is doing well. We're making money on our refurbishments now, which is amazing. So super pleased about that. Property Empire Holdings, we're looking to start buying into the group now, starting putting some investment funds into it, which again is very, very cool. So we're also starting to grow assets as a group now, which is not just my personal asset base, but also in the company base as well. So really excited to kind of embark on that journey. So overall, I think it's been a pretty positive week. Not some hugely tangible results, but what is abundantly clear is some of the decisions that have been made have been monumental. On the Runpreneur one in particular, also the social media agency now turning into academy is pretty key. So I think overall it could be a very, very pivotal week without hugely amazing tangible results, but some big decisions which we may look back on and say, you know what, that was a huge week. So that's pretty much it for me today. As always, if you've got any questions, drop me a comment. I'll respond to every one. If it's a bigger topic, I'll do a separate blog episode, tag you in. Do check out the link in my bio where I'm going to start launching my podcast and blog, which accompanies this vlog, so you can watch, read or listen to my content and hopefully join the journey which we're about to embark on together, which is a truly epic one. So all I have to say is that the Runpreneur blog was set up to help entrepreneurs, business owners overcome the emotions of stress, overwhelm and anxiety by using exercise, or in my case running. Right, I've just noticed here I am blocked, so just 1 second while I try and squeeze my way through this little gate here. The joys of running. Hopefully I don't rip any of my running gear. Right, through the gate, so that's positive. By using exercise, or in my case running, as a release valve. Okay, so now what I mean by that is that we all experience stresses in the form of pressure which over the course of a daily, weekly basis can build up, and if we don't have that release valve, it will build up like pressure does in the pipe. And if you don't have the process of clearing these stresses from your head, processing them, analysing them, understanding them, getting clarity, focus, moving on, then they build and turn into overwhelm, which can ultimately build and turn into anxiety, which we then go into mental health related challenges which we clearly want to avoid. And I've been there. It's a horrible dark place. I've lost multiple businesses because of this. I've lost multiple business partners and I've almost nearly been bankrupt. So I wouldn't wish it upon my worst enemy. And it's no coincidence that since I've started this run vlog, which is my release valve, that I've managed to make more progress in the last 9 months than I have in the previous 4 years. So hopefully that's enough social proof evidencing that this really does work and is really absolutely game changing. So my pledge to you is, if you are one of these people struggling with this stuff, drop me a message, okay? There's no catch here, I'm not selling you anything. I'll just jump on a quick call. I'll give you a few tips and pointers of steps that I've implemented in my life which are fully transferable to you and your life. And many of you taken me up on this already, and I know we've made a real positive difference to so many entrepreneurs, and I continue my work and passion for doing that. And as I've always said, if this vlog saves just one entrepreneur or one business, it's been 1,000,000% worthwhile. So don't be stubborn or don't struggle with entrepreneurial pride. Reach out, the help is there. It's often free, you just have to ask. So all I have to say is that if you like this episode, give it a like, a comment and a subscribe. If you want to see similar content, please check out the playlist link. And as always, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.